Hey everybody, welcome to Good Talk with Rob and Eve and Donnie Vapor. And this week we are proud to present to you two friends of ours. We have Robert and Darlene Fantel of Crazy Chick, and it's so cool that they were willing to come on and tell their story. And without further ado, here they are. Guys, what's happening? Thank you so much. Welcome.
Thank you for inviting us. It's so great to see you guys.
It's awesome.
Really great to have you. Robin, this is good stuff, huh? You were telling me about Crazy Chick from way back in the day when we did our first farmers market.
Yeah.
When I first tried the product, I was surprised. No, when I first tried the product, I was shocked. When somebody says, do you want to try chicken chips? Your brain doesn't know how to process that information. But I did, because they were awesome, and I wanted to try something new, and we love farmers market vendors. And since then, I've become addicted to them. They're incredible.
Our audience would love to know. How'd you start Crazy Chick? Why? What are you all about?
Okay, so we started Crazy Chick for two reasons. Robert was diagnosed with diabetes, so we needed to change our eating habits. And then we have a big pup who was having reactions to food that we were buying from the shelf. So as a healthy alternative for the entire family, I got into the kitchen and I don't know, somehow I came up with these chicken chips that we found out later after testing are healthy. So not only healthy, they're delicious. We started the process of trademarking, shelf life studies, patenting, and here we are. People love it. It's great for, snacking, a healthy meal. Our keto people, our paleo people, Weight Watchers people just love the chicken chips. Oh, and I'm forgetting the pups. We get a lot of pups, as you guys see at some of the markets.
There's two product lines.
Yes.
There's one for people, and then there's one for pets.
I want to know, I might get into trouble here, or maybe Robert might get into trouble. Crazy Chick? The name? What's that all about?
That's a really good question.
Well, just to make it publicly, I've been calling Darlene my crazy chick since the first day I met her because she's crazy. But now it seemed just to be the perfect opportunity for not only the product, but what was behind the product. When I was diagnosed with diabetes, we learned so much about food from the nutritionalists, the whole nine yards, and we never realized what was actually in all the food we were eating. And when we realized what was in it, it was amazing. It set us back, actually, because then you had to make all these choices that were healthy. And there really aren't that many choices on the market that are healthy choices. The product itself, of course, is Darlene's creation all the way. She made it in an attempt, and she succeeded. It's the natural product itself is just chicken breast. So that's the only ingredient in the one line is just chicken breast. Then there's a lightly salted product. Of course, once again, that will be sea salt. So then there will be two ingredients. That is it. It's basically clean, and it's sliced chicken breast. And it differentiates between some of the other products that are out there. And the reason why I say that is that the product that, I don't know if it's a good picture, but
Might be a better
it's
picture.
sliced chicken breast. You know what you're getting. You're not getting an emulsified product. You're not getting
Something you can mold.
right or protruded and anything like that. So she wanted to keep it as natural as possible.
So it's down to basics. It's what you see is what you get. It's wholesome. I assume it's low carb.
Oh my God, yeah.
And look, my partner has a chip right there in her hand right now. Because we not only have you guys on the show, we eat the product as well. We do.
Yes.
And you're crazy passionate about what you do. So I'm kind of feeling that whole crazy vibe all interwoven, intermingled together. I think it's wonderful. Now, I'm excited. I want to let the audience know that we spoke I think either a day or two ago, saying I'd love to have you on the show. We were talking and chatting, and you're like, and I'm gonna tell you about some other stuff we're doing. I'm like, what? What else? You're like, can't tell you. I'm like, what do you mean? I have to wait 2 days to find out? That's crazy. So I didn't sleep that much. I want to know, are you ready to debut what you were telling me about today?
Yes, I apologize for pulling that element of surprise card on you, but I thought, we could surprise everybody together.
Okay.
We love that.
So Robert is going to show you there's two new flavors we're going to launch as of June 20th. So the first one, the first one, can you see that?
We're getting a little closer if you could. Yes.
So
as orange?
Orange flavored chicken.
Oh my God.
What just happened?
Shut the front door, Chinese food orange chicken people.
Orange flavored chicken. So what we did was we naturally flavored it. We added a little sugar in the raw to it, and it's a hit with all the people that were testing it for a while for us. So, we tried to capture two different audiences, maybe one that likes it sweet, one that likes it spicy.
Uh-huh.
So that's where our next flavor comes in.
Nice.
It's all natural still. It's cane sugar, and it's a natural orange flavoring. So the next one we're gonna touch on is, did you say it?
Let's see. Does that say barbecue?
Yes, it does.
Get out of here.
Oh, snap.
Oh, well, who doesn't love barbecue chicken?
Exactly.
Right. So both new flavors are exactly the same. It's the sliced chicken, low carb, low fat, low sodium, low cal, high protein. So these smaller bags are 42 grams of protein. It's 21 grams per ounce.
Wow.
Because we attacked this whole flavor thing from a very natural approach. The barbecue is just an assortment of dry ingredients, and we're flavoring it with the ingredients and through the process so that it's still a healthy, delicious. These are delicious. These are really delicious. The kids love the orange one.
I have to tell you, my interaction in all this is my support for Donnie. And I definitely get out there in the respect of, embracing all the products that she wants to create, because I get to taste them.
Yeah.
Sure.
So what could be better than anything?
I don't think we mentioned that like Robin said, somebody says to you, want to try a chicken chip? You're kind of a little bit like, oh yeah, I don't know about that, right? At first, you're not sure how to take it. So how I explain to people who've never tried it before is that when we do the process, we do it so that it crunches like any other chip. Mm-hmm. But it's not going to taste or have the texture of any other chip. It tastes like chicken, a rotisserie chicken or a chicken skin that's been cooked really well, but it's chicken breast. So it doesn't have the grease and the fat that a chicken skin would have. Yeah. So it crunches like a chip, but it's chicken. It tastes like chicken.
That's
I think
fantastic.
that's a perfect way to describe that. Well done there.
That is well done. Can you tell us, I know that our audience is going to want to try your product. Everyone wants to try your product. How do they find it? You guys ship online? You do a full online business?
Yes, we ship online. They could shop www.crazychick.com. We have a Facebook page that we could be messaged through. It's at Crazy Chick Chicken Chips. So we are in the canine shops and in Get Healthy America, South Shore Theater Experience, Dobler Farms carries us. We are at Babylon Village market every Sunday, and we're getting ready to participate in a new market in Lindenhurst, the American Venice Market. We will be
telling me. Yeah.
at so we're getting out there. We're getting out there.
I love it, and I love that we're catching you on this ground floor level of these chips before they're like sweeping across the nation.
Yeah, we hope they sweep across the nation.
You know what? And I don't know if you guys ship. I'm sure you would. We have an audience also that's overseas. We have an audience all over the world. So this could be really cool. It's good stuff. I mean, I'll vouch for it. Robin will vouch for it. Show those chips again. You have the package there too, Robin, right?
We do. I'd actually love to tell you about different ways that I've used these. Now, we had them just as a snack when we were doing gigs a lot outdoors last summer, and it was something that just kind of gave us a quick shot of fuel when we needed it. But I literally use them in place of chips. And like you were talking about, you have the either really, really thin chips that break apart, or you have the kettle chips, which are really too hard to crunch. So the consistency is really the happy medium of a great crunch, but it's still nice and thin, and it still kind of melts on your mouth. And to get past the weirdness of it being chicken, throw protein. So I have used it literally as a chip and dip. I've used it in place of tortilla chips and used it as like a salsa or the fresco with the cheese and all that kind of stuff on it. I've also used it as a textural thing with vegetables on top of casseroles, where I literally crumbled it into bits, put it on the top, throw it in the oven as a last minute thing. And now you've got a next level of crunch and flavor with the shot of protein that goes along with it. I think they're terrific. And in terms of having a long shelf life, it's wonderful because right now people are really interested in dried goods, in things that are going to last for a while with storage. They don't want to have to worry about freezer space and things like that. And the shelf life on these are more than a year, and they're just as fresh when you have it at 2 months in or 10 months in. And yeah, I love the product through and through. I think it's terrific.
So listen, we have to wrap it up. Time flies really fast when you're having fun, and fun we are having. I can't thank you enough for coming on the show, and I wish you guys only the best. And I love the new chips that you dropped on us today. That total surprise. Like, wow, that's so freaking cool. And I just want to thank you for having a good talk with us.
Hey everybody, this is Motorcycle Mike, the personal injury lawyer. I've been riding motorcycles my entire adult life. During the course of my 30-year career as a lawyer, I've also represented countless injured motorcyclists. If you're one of them, I can be of assistance to you. Go to my website, please, motorcyclemikeesq.com. I'll always be there for you. I'm on your side when you ride.
Joe DeJesu, our original artist of the week from Good Talk TV show Season 1, has a brand new release available that you want to download on all of your digital media platforms. Another Sacrifice is the highly anticipated follow-up single to Cry and Miss Maybe, released in 2019. Joe is also the host of Jam Acoustic Mondays on Govs Radio. Please follow Joe DeJesu Music on Facebook and Instagram and download Another Sacrifice today.
God knows what we've done. Doesn't matter what we do.
kind of gloating that I get to introduce you to this lovely lady. Please welcome Lisa It. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Hi, darling. How are you?
I am terrific. You are just multi-talented, multi-layered, and there's so much that we could introduce our audience to. We encourage them to check out lisaits.com so you can explore her further, but we're going to touch on some of the highlights. And where we're going to start is where you started. You were very young, at the age of 9, and you had a pretty incredible encounter that kind of set your path. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
I was in a hotel with my parents, and this really weird guy came up to me, and he was like, "Oh, you're playing guitar." And I was like off in a corner hiding somewhere, like playing like the 3 chords that I learned so far or whatever. And I was actually writing a song. And he says, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I'm like, alert, weird guy coming up to me in a hotel. Dad,
Stranger danger.
So, after he was very sweet, and after he left, my father came over to me. He goes, "Do you know who that was?" And I said, "Some weird old guy asking me questions." And he was like, "That was Peter Yarrow. He's playing at the hotel tonight with Peter, Paul, and Mary." It was very exciting. We kept in touch after that until I was about, he said, "I want you to keep in touch with me and call me." He gave me his phone number, and he said, "I really think you have a lot of promise and a lot of talent, and I would love," he's so gentle, "I would love to hear from you. You could tell your parents, okay?" And I was like, okay. So I did keep in touch with him, and many years later, he did a concert with Tom Chapin. And when I saw him, I said, "Do you remember me?" Because I only spoke to him when I was up until maybe 15 a couple of times. And I said, "Do you remember me?" And he kissed me on my forehead. And he said, "Of course I remember you," like that. And I was like, he was like my uncle at that point. He was the nicest human being in the world. A few of my friends in high school got a hold of a little bit of my original music somehow. I don't know if I played them a tape and 4 of my very, very talented musician friends said, "You are going in the studio with us, and we're making a demo, and I don't care what you say." And my dad took me into this studio in Cedarhurst called The Studio. It was like a dining room, I think, with a console, you know what I mean? And it was the place you went and recorded in that town. That was, that's what we did. And I started to realize, maybe I can sing, and maybe I can write, and maybe I could play, and whatever. So started a band, 21, played at the bitter end, did the whole thing, whatever. And it was very exciting from there on.
I want to ask you about your Disney experience and your Sesame Street experience.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. I did a Sesame Street record. I had to do some of the voices, and then I also did a lot of tracks on that Phineas and Ferb, soundtrack that they were recreating for iTunes. So they're both on iTunes. If you look on my website, you'll see the exact ones because there are multiple tracks and different artists that do it. But the ones that we did that was, I think, the most fun I ever had in the studio in my life. I could not contain it. We couldn't stop laughing. I had to cut 25 times.
I love that you did that and that it's still available, and that you were so involved with children's entertainment, and that people with kids home, they can enjoy it now. And chances are anybody with kids that grew up with that show, which I am one of those moms,
Right.
They actually heard you and didn't even realize it.
Oh my God.
You have put out 4 albums that really run the gamut of a lot of different things. Tell us a little bit about what you've got out there that people can listen to and experience for themselves.
The first album that I did was kind of like a raw demo type of thing. It's called Nature of the Soul, and spelled SOL for nature and sun and all that. And that is kind of I always call my music groove rock, because you're always kind of like this,
Mm-hmm.
But it has
Yes.
a little edge, and it's very melodic. So we don't sacrifice the melody to have the edge. We have it infused. So that's always how I've described it, because I really feel like that's most of what I've put out so far. So the second record is a shined up version with different songs. Of course, the Soul Star record that I did with Skylar. Skylar Deal is a bass player who's played with like Billy Joel and a million different people, and he's also from a Long Island band called Primo. They're all doing a million amazing things now and have done a lot of other things, but that was like a special treat. So the third one was Sorcerer, and that is a special record in that I kind of took a few songs that I felt needed to be, the premise of the record was everything on this record is only going to have additional instruments besides vocal and guitar that honor the song, and that's it. So it's just scaled down to whatever I felt made the song just shine as the song. And the last one was the one that you had mentioned before, which was a meditation record that I'd always wanted to do because I would listen to meditation music and I'd say, oh, I wish it had this, or I wish it had that, or it would be so cool if, and then I was like, Lisa, why don't you just make one, So I found different sound effects and things that I really wanted to have on it, and went into the studio with a friend of mine, Ben, who, it just sort of organically came about. That was based on that Ho'oponopono thing, which you said Dawn was is into. So that whole premise is a spiritual teaching that says that the premise is I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. That's the mantra. And it's basically that what we see in other people, as a planet, we all contribute to what we see, basically. And that by honoring and asking for forgiveness, we may not have done something directly to someone, or we may be basically a very good person who spreads a lot of love and does a lot of good things, but our thoughts and our judgments and all of these things shape what we see collectively. I've always participated in meditation and healing of different kinds, and through foods, through meditation, through everything. But I never actually hosted a meditation because I've always just sort of participated in ones that I really liked, or have friends who do it, or done it just for myself. Now, Tuesday through Sunday, a page called Lisa's Quotes and Affirmations, and that's just a separate page that anyone can go to. If you go there, the meditations are posted there, but if you want to do it live, you can friend me. I have a private page that you can friend me on. It's Lisa Barry It. So it's my middle name is Bari, and if you want to be part of the meditation, I'd be happy to have yours.
So we are going to hear an original song of yours. Tell us a little bit about the song.
Okay, so this song is a more folky, sort of ethereal song that I wrote for my mother, who passed about 22 years ago. Today is her birthday. So I thought that this would be a beautiful celebration of her life and my connection with her. And my mom's name is Vicky.
Lisa, thank you so much for sharing your music. Everybody, please check out lisaits.com. Check her out on YouTube. Check her out on Facebook. And this is Mama.
When I was young and breaking through and telling lies, you saw. When I was old and breaking down, you hung around. I cried. When I could not go on again, my heart was broke, my head was in your hands. When I was lost and everything was made to last, lost, I felt your hand. I felt you there, you came around, you came around. The breeze roams through my hair. Mama, now the past is cast aside. Your love at last inside my heart. We part only in flesh, but not at heart. Your spirit lives on in my dreams. This is the dream I bring to you to touch, like I've been touched before. Take it and cast it on the ones who touch your heart. That's what your soul is for.
Thank you, Pulmonary Wellness Foundation, Good Talk TV sponsor. Please visit pulmonarywellness.com to learn more about this incredible organization.
Writing a book is the adventure of a lifetime. Red Penguin Books take pride in giving our authors a publishing experience that is stress-free and celebratory all the way. Some of our authors first approach us with no more than an idea for a book that's ready to sprout. Others submit completed manuscripts. Whether you're at either end or anywhere in between, our goal is to get you published. At Red Penguin Books, we offer options and opportunities that are unique in the world of publishing, and all of them are designed to keep you, the author we so deeply respect, in the driver's seat, unlike other publishing houses. So, if you want to write a book and are looking for a publisher, we've got you covered. Red Penguin Books deal in publishing services, book development, and ghostwriting for digital, print, and audiobook. Call us at 516-448-4993 or visit our website www.redpenguinbooks.com.
Bobby, can you tell us a little bit about what got you started in the business? Yeah, just lay it on us. Let me sit back and let me hear how it all started.
Okay, I try to do this as quick as possible because
Yeah,
I
we're
am
on a time straight. We got a really rough managing producer, and there's no messing around with this guy.
You can't mess with our own show, you know.
I know I'm up there in age, so it's a long story. But basically, I started off, at 13 years old. I just love music. I mean, going to the record store, Sam Goody, buying the 45s. I mean, I was just addicted to music. 13, I started DJing, and just getting so into the music and playing all these songs and learning how they're constructed, the intro, verse, chorus, break, and I'm listening to all these songs and I'm starting to, I like the way they did that. And I started really getting into the music and learning the structure and started getting my own creative ideas. So at like 18, I started actually making music, bought a keyboard, bought a drum machine, started rapping, doing all that stuff. But through years and years and writing, I used to sing all the time. But then I started working with other people and I'm like, wow, they're so much better than me. Let me just concentrate on the production, So basically 25, released my first record. Since then, I've released about 100 records. About 8 of them have charted in the Billboard sales and club play charts, and one of them sold almost 2 million copies.
Wow.
So I come from music, I started doing radio. Then little by little, I just having fun with my friends, putting on little radio shows, started incorporating the video because video got more and more important. Before I know it, I'm doing basic, cheesy television, whatever, with DJs and things like that. And I don't know. I really loved it. It's just the entertainment business, So whether you're making music or making, television, you're entertaining people. That's what we do. So it just kind of, I don't know. It's not anything I even intended. It just kind of happened. In my house, running like 4 or 5 shows a week. I got cars pulling up to my house. I got 30 people in my bathroom, and I'm like, this is not my house. I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
So I took the chance. Got a place up the road on Merrick Road. Couple months into it, I'm like literally crying, saying, "What did I do? What did I? I'm struggling to pay the rent." I'm like, "What?" I was so happy, comfortable in my house. Anyway, started to break even, make a little money. A year went by, things were going well. I jumped into a bigger place. Again, 6 months into it, I'm like, what did I just do? With persistence, started to break even, started to generate a little profit. And then, amazingly enough, I was around the corner and this place was available. I met the landlord. He came over to see me, what I was doing, fell in love with it. He's like, I need you to, the tenant's moving out next year. I want you. I'm like, whatever. Anyway, this place is 1,800 square feet. It's pretty big. He gave me an amazing deal. I just basically took everything I learned, developing the sets, everything, and I just put everything here. I got the stage. I mean, this is just like, this is my home. This is me. Everything, in here, it's just, it's my little spiritual, positive energy. People come in and they feel it right away. They're like, oh my God, I love
this. It's no joke. It's a beautiful setup. And I wish
really
people had the opportunity to see it as we've seen it. It's just quite amazing. And you're still being able to be creative. So you have never lost your creative streak.
And I can do anything here. I can make music, which I just started doing again. I'm just so blessed. But I'm this is not something that I wanted to even to get into. But the television, I mean, we are on Roku. I mean, we're on everywhere. Amazon Fire, we just developed that deal. So we're going to be on Amazon Fire TV. And I'm just loving it. I'm just creating every day, whether it's music or TV, radio. I'm in my element. I'm having fun. And I'm just so appreciative for everybody who's, coming on board and bringing to the table what they do and their creativity and their talents. And Strong Island Entertainment, I mean, is just, it's so much talent. The people that are involved in here are just amazing. And together as a team, we're really doing it. So I'm just so proud of everyone. I really am.
Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. Robin, you want to talk a little bit about when we first met Bobby, how this all came to be, how we started doing our show, and we haven't looked back. I think it's a marriage made in heaven, but maybe just
Well,
touch a little bit on our first meeting.
let me just tell you, okay, you weren't here, but she was like, all right, let's do it. I'm like, but Donnie, you got to call Donnie. She's like, no, don't worry about it. He's in. I'll take care of him. I'm like, all right. So I'm like getting ready. I'm like waiting for the call. Listen, I talked to Don and he's really nice. But let me tell you something. She made your decision. I don't know if you knew that, but you were in whether you wanted to or not.
We've known each other a long time. And she said to me, what do you think if I can make this happen? I'm like, really? And then it just happened. I didn't realize, wow. She said she's a dynamo. It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
So I'm all in. I trust her.
Yeah.
Which is really, really cool.
What I loved is we were all thinking in terms of possibilities, and none of us were thinking about doing a show together. It wasn't something that was planned for this big long time, and we had all this stuff together. It was a message that Jerry Cannoli had posted saying, Strong Island wants to put out, we're looking for new shows. And so I sent a message at like 11:30 at night of like, if you're looking for shows, what are you looking for? And then he writes right back, hey, let's have a conversation. And I think it was like 5 days later when we sat down and we were signing papers.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was unbelievable. And I think all three of us really were going by our gut. It just, everything felt right. The timing felt right. The teamwork felt right. And we all just kind of said, yeah, we're jumping in, we're going to do this.
Mm.
And so we started in February, and then it was just a couple of episodes in when everything got crazy with COVID and we had to switch gears. So it's been amazing for us to learn how to do this remotely. And you have been by our side every step of the way of, all right, guys, let's do this. How can I help? How can I make this better with you or for you?
Yeah.
And that's really cool. A lot of people talk about supporting each other in this industry, but not a lot of people actually show it.
They don't back
And
it up.
our
Yes.
experience has been, right from jump, yeah, we're in this as a team. And even when we talk about other places that other people would consider to be competition, you've always said, we're in it together. We're here to help us all rise.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a pleasure to do that.
Yeah. I always tell people, what you put in, you're going to get out. If you don't put in anything, you're not going to get out, So,
It's true.
yeah.
We're very lucky and we know it to be able to have this forum and to be able to showcase the things that we're passionate about, that we're inspired by, and that we love. And that's our friends. That's people we haven't met yet. That's music and food and arts and anything under the sun. And we're allowed to do that. And, that's something that not everybody's allowed to do. And we know how lucky we are.
And the best is yet to come. I feel like the world's our oyster. We could just continually keep growing. And that's the trajectory that I find us on. And working with you, I love it. It seems like anything's possible.
Anything is possible. I mean, we do some crazy stuff here. We have some wild shows, and I just love to have everybody express themselves. I mean, I don't mind, overall, just kind of like making sure everything goes smoothly. But I just love to give everybody that freedom, because that's what it's all about. Everybody's got to express themselves, and no two people are the same. So,
Bobby, there are so many levels of Strong Island Entertainment. What are the best ways for them to get in touch with you, whether it's for recording, for radio, for TV? Tell us, how is it broken down?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically what we do, the Strong Island Entertainment Network, is first and foremost, we have our radio shows, we have our television shows, we have our clothing line. We have we have a film division, so people looking to release like independent films or shorts or documentaries and stuff. And then we're actually starting a magazine. So we're really involved in all aspects of the entertainment industry. So quite honestly, if you have something that you want to pitch or talk to me about, you can get in touch at any of the Facebook pages. You can message me, but LA@strongisland.com or Bobby@strongisland.com. Those are the two emails that you can get me on. And I'd love to talk. So if anybody's got an idea or they have a question, we do it all, with music, the recording, showcases, broadcasts, just anything entertainment related, definitely hit me up.
That's excellent. Bobby, thank you so much for sharing this time with us, for allowing us to turn the cameras on you, and for everything that you do behind the scenes. And for all of us to help build us as a community and to help us get the good stuff, the creative stuff out there and bring us all closer together.
It's been a good look under the hood, if you would. Well, I'm a poet. Thank you so much. Thanks
Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And, I'll talk to you guys soon.
Hi, everybody. I am really excited to introduce you to a longtime friend of mine and a woman that I admire in many different ways. This is Ms. Sanji Crawford Clark. She's the director of UNEO, which is United North Amityville Youth Organization in New York. And we are so excited to introduce her to you and tell us about the programs that she has and her connection with the kids and how she makes a difference in her community. Welcome to the show, Ms. Sanji.
Thank you so much, Ms. Robin. I first must say it really is an honor and a privilege because the person you are and the wonderful light that you bring to everyone and everything through your music, and also having had the pleasure of working with you with UNEO. And no matter where you are, you always keep us in mind and keep us in your prayers and spirit and thoughts and positive and good vibes. I thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. UNEO is a place that I want them to come to and know that it's always family and that is their home away from home, another home that is there for them. Even when they go on to different stages of life, they know that they can always come back home. And it has been my distinct honor and pleasure to have so many families and children come through our doors. And then when they go on and achieve aspirations that they desire, they come back and give back. And they come back and just tell us what and they've been doing and updates. And then they share with the new generation of kids and families. So it really is about not just serving the children, but serving the family as a whole. And it is my honor and privilege to do that. Now that we have some clearance and we're in phase 2, I'm going to look at doing some programming outside, yoga, martial arts. We're going to do a virtual online art program with a wonderful art instructor, Miss Marie St. Clair, that was doing workshops in the building for us. So she has set up a virtual academy that I'm going to work with her to get out to our children. Going forward, Master Clark and I do our drive-bys to see our students, both the martial arts students and the UNEO students, and do surprise visits and some planned, some surprise. So we're trying to keep that up. UNEO has also been donating food to the food pantries through my wonderful, fabulous pro bono social worker that's giving me, this family needs, so we're doing that. I do my personal contributions, not part of UNEO, to organizations that are in need, and I can, do that selection. So Master Clark and I are making that happen as a whole, for our UNEO family and for our Pax Karate family, just doing what we normally do, just a little bit differently. So it does keep the spirits up and keep us lifted and engaged with our families, because really, I don't consider them, clients. They are my UNEO family, my Pax family. They're what I call my bonus family. And I am just so grateful and appreciative for each and every one of them. So I try and keep it on a positive, uplifting beat. There's so many things going on in the world right now, and I want to make sure that everyone knows that UNEO is a place of equity and inclusiveness for all and everyone. We are for lack of a better word, that rainbow at the end of any cloud, in any storm that we go through, that I pray that we can metaphorically be a pot of gold. Love, light, peace, joy for everyone, and really truly pray and uplift everyone, no matter who they are.
You help people believe that they can do the thing, whatever the thing is, that possibilities are possible, and that dreams are achievable, and that dreams can change, and they're just as valid, and that every single person can have a community behind them, and a village, and a family. And I've witnessed it firsthand with some of the kids that will always be called kids. But they go on, like you were saying earlier, where they're continuing on with their lives, and some of them are having children of their own, and they're getting married and stuff, and they always come back to UNEO, not only because it's a home for them, but because they know that they have something positive to contribute to the kids and to the next generation, and the cycle will continue, and it perpetuates itself, and it's positivity and creativity and hope. We need a lot more hope than that. It's amazing to me that so many things that you've mentioned, there's karate and yoga and football and basketball and academics and camps and everything, and that's one facility, that's one place, one youth center that decided to really expand in the community and build things that will help everybody. How long has UNEO been there?
UNEO has been there. It would have been, actually, we were going to do a 30th anniversary celebration, and unfortunately with all this going on, we had to delay that, hopefully to next year. I have had, I cannot take full credit for UNEO at all. It was a blessing to me, the one that kept saying, no, I'm not going to be a director. What do you mean? I can't, no, I'm a businesswoman. I work in corporate America. This is not my, my zhuzh. But what happened was Master Clark and I bought our martial arts program there. And then we would take a hiatus the first year. We took a hiatus this summer and came back in September when the academic year started. Just was a definite, aligning of the stars that we ended up at UNEO, because the instructor that had the program was leaving, and he asked Master Clark if he would like to do that. It really happened that Master Clark had known the initial founders, Mr. and Mrs. Tutt, over the years, and said to me, oh, you need to write a proposal for me. I'm like, oh, okay. And we wrote the proposal, came in, and they're like, absolutely, please, just make it happen. I'm a full believer in redemption and changing and going forward to make what might have been a negative into a positive. And my husband, calls me Pollyanna. I'm always looking for the good. I even in adverse situations, even now, even with what's going on with the division amongst people and different opinions, I still strive to look for the good and know that in the end, love wins. I'm using someone else's statement, but love is always, always going to win. And I have to believe in that, or I couldn't go on. To be quite honest, I couldn't go on if I didn't believe that.
I'm right there with you, lady. I love what you are about. We want to give a quick shout out to Mr. Ben, Miss Michelle, Miss Tanya, and all of our UNEO family. We just love how everybody works together, then, now, and in the future, to elevate the kids, to make a difference in the community, to bring families together. And it's just something that once you're part of the UNEO family, you're always part of the UNEO family. And we would love for our viewers to become part of the UNEO family. So tell us about what social media you have so they can look up your organization, maybe make a donation and help with some of the programs that you've got coming up that as you guys are adapting, and learn more about what it is that you do.
It is a blessing of the team that we have, my coaches and that are our recreation programs, the peer tutorial coordinators, and the peer tutors. All of them are wonderful. So it is absolutely a blessing. I am not an island, and we are a team, and it is awesome to have the team we have. We do have our Facebook page under United North Amityville Youth Organization. We also have our website, which is www.unao4kids.org, that you can donate. I will be putting a donate button on that page shortly, but you're absolutely can send any donations that you have in the form of a check, money order, to our address at 48A Cedar Road in Amityville, New York, 11701. And if you'd like to reach me at any time, you can reach out to me via phone at the office number, which is 631-789-5613, and or it's 24/7, and people really think that I'm a little crazy to do this, but I do take phone calls on myself, always, not just because of this time, but always at 631-831-4115.
Go team, go community, and go UNAO family. It's so great to see you, lady. And thank you so much for having a good talk with us.
Thank you, Miss Robin. Talk to you soon.
Hey, I'm Dave Drew, musician, owner of Bartini Bar, and I love having a good talk with Robin Eve and Donnie Vapor. See you at Bartini soon.